Hello, lovely Sagittarius people. Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your tarot reading here at the Intuitive Teacup. We're going to read your tarot cards. Please come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, a desire to maybe learn something or better yourself. If the messages that come through do not resonate for you, please do push them aside. Go ahead and assume they're going out to someone else who needs to hear it. That being said, they may resonate for you at a later time or date, so you may wish to revisit this reading. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, you're accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. Probably the most important piece of knowledge I need to share. This is optional advice, guidance, and an energy check-in. You will always be in the driver's seat of your own life. So do not give up your power to tarot card reading, a tarot card reader, etc. That being said, we're going to set the intention to have some fun. We're going to get you some clear, helpful, insightful messages wherever you are at on your spiritual journey right now. And we'll see if my dad walks in on this reading, because true to form, being a Sagittarius, he always seems to meander into this room when I'm doing readings for Sag. So we'll see. We'll just wait and see. All right, here we go. Sagittarius, what's coming up in the past? My deck reverse? Oh, my deck's reverse. All right, but you know what? If any card's going to show up in the reverse, I will take the devil in reverse. This is about liberation. Old habits die hard, but sometimes they just need to die in general. So why am I shuffling again? I don't know why. Here we go. All right, so give me one more. Why is the devil coming up in reverse in the past? You may have had to release something that held tight to you or held a bind on you. If you weren't necessarily feeling in control of your life and another person, if you were passing over your power to another person and they were controlling you, this could be a boss, this could be a parent, this could be a husband, wife, whatever. It felt like you need to release and liberate yourself from something that I'm sort of getting like the idea of being fooled or being tricked. Like at the heart of it, they didn't necessarily have your best intentions in mind, even if they thought they were acting from a place of love. And it was a necessary lesson, right? You didn't know at the time, but now I think it's opened your eyes to see something about who you are in general as a person, in relationships and in work and career stuff. It's like you have more visibility about who you are and what you want. The Six of Cups, interesting. So some of you are still stuck on the past. It's like, which is so not a Sagittarius message to me, but you know, everyone's a little different. Maybe you got some sentimental stuff going on here. And I mean, every sign can be sentimental. I don't mean to say that you're never that way, but yeah, Sagittarius is Jupiter, and Jupiter is the most, well, maybe not the most, but one of the most like future oriented, you know? So interesting that the Six of Cups is coming up with the devil. It could be that you're fearful that you're missing out on something from the past. So how is this impacting Sagittarius presently? Because here's the thing, I kind of love this Six of Cups. Like, it's really beautiful and lighthearted. It could be that you walked away from something out of fear, but you still hold it in high regard. Okay, so this is about your love life. I see what's up, Sag. All right, could be a Gemini, could be a Capricorn. So presently, where are we at? The Page of Wands, you're still wanting to communicate with them or send a message to them, or vice versa. You may have received a message from someone from the past who, yeah, you know, there's a couple messages coming through. I mean, it's all kind of the same terrain here, but it could be that you broke up with someone and they still have a lot of love for you. There we go. That's what it is. Classic Sagittarius reading. It could be that you broke up with somebody and they still are very fond of you, very nostalgic. Is this a cross-watcher reading? Is that what's going on right now? And so it could be that they're contemplating sending a message to you, but they may also try to be getting a vibe on if you are still single and available, or if you're still interested, if you are connected with someone. Temptation is coming through hardcore here. So there could have been a very strong physical attraction. Maybe there wasn't enough substance to keep it going. For some of you, there could have been other influences that drove this relationship out of your life. You could have connected with someone who was having substance abuse issues, or I'm hearing the word trauma. So like a dysregulated like nervous system, like some trauma stuff was coming into it, even though it wasn't necessarily caused by you or vice versa. There may have been some underlying stuff that wasn't helping a relationship get off the ground in a healthy way. There could have been an issue with obsession. There also could have been an issue with, hopefully not the case, but I don't know, sometimes with the devil there can be issues of abuse, psychological abuse. What was the last thing I was going to say? I lost my train of thought. There it goes, off and running. Devil in reverse. What was I going to say? Addiction issues. Oh, depression. Depression can also be a thing with the devil. Something that's keeping us stuck, right? Making us believe that we're not good enough, or that we can't grow, or that, that everyone's going to leave us, so we may as well leave them, that kind of thing. All right, I do like the present energy, though. The Page of Wands is all about sending flirty messages. It's someone who's playful. It's someone who's fun. It's someone who's not taking anything too seriously, but I mean that in a high vibrational way. It's almost like if you have a person from your past reaching out to you, they're not coming to you like, oh my God, you're the love of my life, and you're the one that got away, and I love you so much, and I want to marry you. They might be thinking that. I don't know. We'll see. But there is a sense of like, I'm just going to like put out some feelers. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to approach them and they're like, oh my gosh, hey, I've been thinking about you. What's up? How you doing? Like it's that kind of like, it comes off as kind of just innocent and playful. But it might not be. With the devil in reverse, that could be holding on to long held feelings for a very long time. The thing is like, it's being balanced out with the Six of Cups though. So like, part of me kind of likes this. I'm going to get in trouble for saying that, but I don't know. We'll see. So what is helping to support Sagittarius in this dynamic? What helps supports them? Something they can lean into or count on, something that's reliable. The Three of Wands, all in good time, Sagittarius, all in good time. Your ships are coming in. That's what the Three of Wands says. I feel like I said this to you a couple weeks ago, but there's something about braids. And I'm not sure what that refers to, because when I say it out loud, like when I visualize it, it's coming from a place of like a hairdo, like hairstyle. So like, I don't know if it's like, pigtails, or I don't know, like dreadlocks, or I don't know, there's something about braids. But then I also feel like that word means something else. Isn't that some type of like, it's some type of like tool, like a metal tool, like a braid on something? I have no idea what that refers to. Maybe that, I'm not saying that's necessarily someone's name, but it may, like that word may be in someone's like last name, like Brady or something. I'm hearing like braids, or maybe that's someone's nickname, or I have no idea what that is, but that's like an intuitive thing. You'll know if that's your message. Yeah, what supports you? Just you wait, because things are taking off with steam, with hot, sexy passion. I love it. Strong Sagittarius card too, Eight of Wands. So it could be that someone is temporarily holding back on communications, but they're definitely thinking about it. But here's the thing, I don't even think that's the case. I think someone is reaching out. And again, I'm not exactly sure who's who here, especially because this is a Sagittarius card. I'm wanting to say maybe you're reaching out to someone, Sag, but it could go the opposite way. In which case, I think what this is saying is, it's going to come off as playful and cute and maybe a little bit innocent, like flirty. Don't get me wrong, like it's flirty, but it's not laced with like emotional depth and energy. And again, it's not like pouring your heart out to anyone. However, as if the message is received and communicated back, which I think that's what this is. If you reach out, I think this person will definitely reach out. I think over time, there's going to be a lot more messages. There's going to be an influx of them. There's going to be consistent, like, good morning, good night text. Like, it becomes like a small little, hey, how you doing? Oh, not much. What's up with you? Blah, blah, blah. But then it becomes like a thing. And you guys, it's almost like you start, not like online dating, but it's almost like phone dating, or what, I don't know. Not just like sexting though, like it's, I don't know. So, okay, I'm almost wanting to lean into the fact, like, is this person at a distance from you then? Is that what it is? Is that why you're not necessarily together? Because there's something about like a distance, like sending communications, whatever. Rambling. I always ramble in your readings. Here we go. All right. So what is qualities? I think what this is saying, what supports you is that this person is going to message you back. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Because here's the thing. Six of Cups is like nostalgia, yesteryear, things used to be so good. Remember the time, sentimental energy. With the Devil, it's like we're not able to let go of that. There's something about our past that we're still wanting to revisit because we're still emotionally invested. Like it's still in a lighter sense, it still has control over us. The past, it's like there's something we just can't break away with. So that's really what I think this is. I think the word obsession is too strong, but there's absolutely like a pull, a connection, a tethering to the past where there is a lot of good feelings attached to something that maybe didn't go well. Or do you understand what I mean? Something that didn't take off, something that, it's almost like the growth of a relationship was inhibited. With the Devil, it's like the universe said, not right now. Interesting. So qualities that Sagittarius needs to navigate this situation, this relationship, this person, qualities that Sagittarius will need. The World. Ooh, this feels very celebratory. I think this is saying just be yourself. I don't think you need to worry. I don't think you need to live up in your head. Been saying this to message a lot to the different signs. It's like you're never going to say the wrong thing to the right person. It may take them time to kind of gather their own thoughts and respond. It may take them time to sort of, kind of go internal and kind of check in with themselves about how they actually feel about what you said. But that being said, I don't get this idea that this person is going to wait a long time. There's a card of waiting, and then there's fast and rapid action. So part of me is like, has this person been waiting for you the whole time, or vice versa? Really, that's what this feels like. You guys have been thinking about each other. That's kind of what this feels like to me. Qualities you're going to need. I think you have a higher perspective on this now with the world. You're quite literally elevated. So you've ascended in your spiritual journey, if you will. You're able to see the forest from the trees. There is something about a returning to the past and cycles, but you're coming at it in a new way. It's almost like you have two different versions of Saturn energy here. This is kind of like the negative Saturn. This is like the Saturn that, again, the depression, the toxicity, the what do you call it? Like addictions, whatever. Things that tell us we're not good enough. That's like devil energy, where we need to liberate ourselves so that we can finally see with more clarity that ultimately, this is going to hurt a little bit. Like, we're the only person who holds us back, right? We get involved with, people's situations that aren't good for us, but ultimately we're choosing to participate in them, right? So it really does come back to self-accountability. So this devil is like, where did we hold ourselves back? And I think both of you played a role in this. This is the opposite of Saturn. Like, we've been through hell and back. We met the devil. We stood toe to toe with him, but now we're like I'm in control. Like I what's a good word for it? It's like I'm no longer giving up my power, my agency, my authority to anyone else. Like, I own my life. I pull the strings. I'm the puppet master of me and my life and my choices. There's something about coming into like a more powerful position, but also just it's something to do with like being more at ease with yourself, knowing who you are and what you want, but there's something liberating. For some of you, there's an element here of being able to speak your emotional truths and not be ashamed of it or hold back because of it. And it didn't always feel like you were able to do that. Maybe there wasn't a lot of comfort with telling this person what you actually needed or what you actually wanted. Or I'm going to say too, even with devil energy, like kind of what turns you on, there may have been almost like a guarded or feeling ashamed, or like you needed to hide something about like your sexuality or your sexual identity, or just like something you were into. It felt like you weren't able to express that because it didn't feel safe or it didn't feel comfortable. And I don't know, that's not for everyone, of course, but there is something more liberating about, I can just be myself with this person and it feels really good. So that's your advice. Qualities you're going to need. You need to be yourself, faults and all, right? This person is going to love you for all those reasons. They're not going to deny you or ask you to resist doing this or doing that. It's like they love you for who you are. And with that, everybody comes with a little bit of baggage. Everybody has qualities and traits that maybe are a little bit annoying or nagging or whatever, but it's like you got to choose your battles. Nobody's perfect. And ultimately, the things that trigger us that another person does, it really does point out, again, self-accountability. Like, what about that person's behavior is triggering us? And is something they're doing making us uncomfortable, but not because it's bad, because we have our own hang-ups about those things or those traits or those qualities, right? Anyway, I think that's important. What is known about this situation for Sagittarius? You may be dealing with someone who has very heavy Capricorn in their chart, or that could be you, Sag, if you're cuspy with Capricorn. All right, let's see. What is known about this situation? What is the facts, the reality, something Sag needs to know? The Seven of Coins. There's a period of deliberation. Do I or don't I? And weighing out the possible outcomes. If I reach out, will they reach back? Or if I respond to their message, are they going to get the wrong impression or the wrong idea? There's kind of like an assessment of what I get from this is it worth the risk? And I mean, if I'm in Sagittarian energy, I'm usually going to say, yeah, like you're a risk taker, Sagittarius. Like, what do you possibly have to lose? Rejection? It feels like there already was rejection here by either this person or something else. So it's kind of like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I think it's getting you closer to the end game, or the maybe not end game, but closer to the goal of just fully embracing who you are and what you want and not being afraid to ask for it. And I think self-expression is coming through really strongly. Being able to express yourself. What is that? No holds bar or whatever that expression is. What is known? The Two of Wands. Yeah. There, you got to step out of your comfort zone, or something about this. When this person messages you, it's going to put you out of your comfort zone. And like, part of me is like, because you don't see it coming, but also that's kind of BS because you sort of do. I've had a lot of readings like this lately where it's like you guys are kind of psychically connected. So it's this thing where like, you're like, man, like, why can't I get them off my mind? Like, I haven't talked to them in like 4 years, 3 years, whatever it's been. And every now and then, like, you kind of sink into this, like, oh man, did I make a mistake? Like, I kind of miss them. I feel weird about this. And you're like, where did this come from? Like, why am I being triggered to think about this? Because my life is so good in other areas. Like, why am I sinking into this like depression? Or again, like this tethering from the past is pulling at me. It's because it's reciprocal. It's like you both are thinking about each other at the same time. And like psychically, energetically, you kind of experience those highs and lows together, because ultimately, like, this isn't the case for every tarot reading I do, but I feel like this is coming back together in some sort of way where there's going to be a lot more closure. There's going to be a lot more clarity. There could be celebrations involved with the world, but it's sort of like you kind of have to test the waters or maybe do some fact finding to see what's up with this person, again, in reality. For some of you, they were at one point connected to someone else relationship-wise, and I think you're wondering if that has run its course. And again, for most of you, I see this person putting, this is a weird way to phrase it, like putting down the other option. And I'm not necessarily indicating that you're coming in while they're involved, because some of you just don't know. Some of you don't have access to them online or via phone or I don't know. Maybe this person isn't on social media. It could be something like that where you don't really know what stage of the relationship they're in. So for some of you, they're going to contemplate moving towards you and exiting a relationship. Others of you, they've already exited a relationship. And like, interestingly enough, this person is reaching out towards the world, and that's what your energy is coming through as, the world. I think they're going to choose you. I said it, Sag. That's what I think. Future outcome, what is, for this scenario here, something that we can share, whatever we're allowed to know. Oh wait, did I miss that part? Yeah, I did, okay. What is unknown? What is hidden? So this is what's known. What is hidden from Sag? Maybe something that it's in the shadows, it's in the ethers, it's in the subconscious, but maybe we're having these intuitive feelings, but it hasn't materialized yet. What is hidden? Whatever we're allowed to know about this scenario. I always like this part because it feels juicy. This person wants to have a conversation with you. They wanna break bread with you. Queen of Swords. It can be very intimidating looking, but ultimately I would say this is the queen who's ruled by Venus. So there can be a cold or tough exterior, but inside it's like they're just a ball of mush. They just got so many feelings and emotions, but the way they deliver them, it's in a very mature, tactful way. I think that would be a word that you would describe this person as. And the thing is, it's kind of both. Like, there is this cute playfulness with the Page of Wands. There is this very, like, old soul sentimentality type of energy. But there's also, again, like, playful, innocent, juvenile energy. Maybe this person has kids. That could be possible as well. With the Queen of Swords, they're very intelligent. They're very witty. They're charismatic. They're very diplomatic. Like, the way they say things, it goes down smooth. I think with Venus energy, specifically Libra, they're well composed. They deliver things with poise and well balanced, well thought out. This isn't the type of person who just sends you 1,000 texts without thinking them through. There's something, it's more composed. It's processed with, through the mind. There's a lot of thought that goes into this. I do think this indicates messages and someone coming forward. I'm hearing the word confronting, but not in a bad way. It could be someone confronting you about their feelings or something like that. Yeah, look, this person loves you. There could also be, for some of you, a conversation about children, or a conversation about happiness, a conversation about the joy and the growth that somebody has experienced. There could be a conversation about a Leo or with a Leo, and how much someone, if not both of you, has grown and transformed, and there's something about a light-weighted liberation here. It's like I'm no longer held by this heavy connection, because at minimum it's like just getting this off my chest and being able to speak my truth. There's a feeling of elation. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this looks really beautiful. This is like someone telling you that you make me so happy. That's what this says to me. Queen of Swords in the Sun. Like, I'm so happy being around you. Like, I want you to know, like, you're magic. You make me feel incredible. And I feel like that's a good sign. You know when it's the right person. I feel like I heard this in a movie the other day, and I don't remember what it was, but it's not so much when you're with someone, it's not so much like how you feel about them, it's like how they make you feel about you. Ooh, like, right? Doesn't that kind of hits, like, in a good way? It's kind of like, ooh, yeah. Like, that's kind of how you know you're with a good one, right? When you chose the right person. King of Wands. Ooh, yeah. You may have a fire sign coming through. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is big offers, big passion. Yeah, big plans for life. That could be you too, I suppose, right? The wand energy. I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, let's do zodiac signs. Throw some zodiac signs on this. Who wants to come out in this reading for Sagittarius? Whoa, okay. We have Taurus, we have Virgo, we have Capricorn, and we have Libra. I just heard roll again. Oh, I don't want to roll again, though. I feel bad. Roll again? Why? All right, well, then one more. Because I heard it from a crosswatch, like, roll again. Do keep in mind, this could be moon placements, guys. You know, it doesn't have to be your sun sign. Gemini. All right, yeah, of course Gemini wants to be heard, wants to be seen. All right, for the Gemini cross watchers. Roll again. Okay, here we go. Too many cards. One oracle card, please. Uno. All right, look for the signs and synchronicities. Ooh, the 1111s. How pretty is this deck, though, right? Something about rainbows. It's just so Sagittarian. It's all about, like, inclusivity. It's bright, it's colorful, it's warm, it's fun, it's juvenile, it's silly. It's not taking things too serious, and I think it's something to do with healing, too. I just heard the word elixir, which is not typically a word I would use, but I don't know, or something about, like, a perfume bottle or a spray or I don't even know how to use elixir in a sentence. Isn't that like some concoction in like a medical lab? Or I don't know. What is an elixir? Leave me a comment below. I'm just kidding. I don't know what that is. Or something about a red car or like a cute little, what do you call those? Like groovy 60s cars that always have what do you call those? Like, all I can think of is PT Cruiser, and that's so not what I'm trying to say. Oh, bug. A bug, right? A love bug. What are those called? A buggy? My brain is just not here right now, Sag. What are those called? I don't know. I wish I could think of the word and I can't. All right, here we go. We're going to refocus our energy. What is a healing oracle card I can give to Sag? I'm also hearing Little Deuce Coupe by the Beach Boys. You don't know what I got. Self-sabotage, 2. All right, that feels very devil energy as well. And then temptation. Both of these feel very devil energy to me too. Bottom of the deck, take your mask off. Yeah, I do think someone is revealing true feelings for you here. I do think there's a self-sabotaging nature in that someone wants to express something, but they're worried that it's not going to land correctly. And I mean, what's the worst that could happen if you like messaging something? And maybe this is for you, cross-watcher, wondering about your Sag. If your Sag is a high vibe person, if you message them and say, hey, thinking about you, you know, whatever, you're so great, you make me so happy, they're not going to be like, ew, go away. Of course they're not. They're going to be like, oh my God, that's so nice of you to say, you know, nice to hear from you, blah, blah, blah. It might not be like, hey, let's be in a romantic connection. But I mean, the right person isn't going to turn you down when you express an authentic truth that puts you in a vulnerable position. Everybody knows what that's like. It's not a comfortable thing to do, but again, I think you're doing it with a clear conscience and a clear heart, and like you're just expressing like a kind, like really a compliment. Again, like if your person either leaves you on red or doesn't respond or responds with some like snarky whatever, ew, they're not your person. Like, so you know what I mean? Like you're gonna get clarity from this no matter what. I think a lot of you, there's that self-sabotaging, like, I want to, but I can't. I want to, but I can't. And it's like, well, that's going to eat away at you for the next 10 years, so you may as well roll the dice and do it, right? Just saying. Especially for my Sagittarians who have a rising sign in Sagittarius or a sun, moon Sagittarius, sun or moon, in very early degrees of Sagittarius. 1 degrees, 2 degrees, 3 degrees. If you have placements early on there, Pluto has just moved into Aquarius, so that means that there is a sextile, meaning an opportunity, a small opportunity for something to come back from the past and reinvigorate in kind of a new, changed, transformed way. I'm not saying it couldn't happen for other placements in Sagittarius, but there's, Aquarian and Sagittarius by nature are signs that sextile. So again, they can kind of speak the same language. They understand each other. They're not the same, but again, the idea of Pluto and Aquarius opening up our idea of, connections, communities, conversations. It's an air sign, so there could be a revisit of a conversation from the past, a person from the past, etc., etc. What do we read? 19? Yeah, let's do 19 because that's the sun. So we'll do temptation. 19. Temptation. Life is full of temptations, and right now you are being asked to choose the higher path. You need to prove that you are worthy. Your need to prove that you are worthy and important is clouding your true purpose and tempting you to make wrong decisions. Become aware of what is happening in your life right now. Are you feeling bored in a relationship and looking for something outside partnership instead of being honest and working on the challenges you are experiencing or moving on? Is there a work opportunity that is tempting you to act without integrity in order to get ahead? Are you using money as an excuse not to follow your heart? This card asks you to focus on the bigger picture, be honest with yourself, and take the higher path. Another opportunity that is much grander than what you could have imagined is on the way. Just be open to it and allow it into your life. And then, okay, we'll read 2. Why not? My Sagittarius readings are always too long anyway, so what's another 3 minutes, right? Self-sabotage. Become conscious of how your inner saboteur functions. You are about to sabotage a big opportunity. Ooh, that sounds dark. That sounds really mean. Now is the time to stop procrastinating and cease focusing your energy on what you are unworthy of because, let me try that again. And cease focusing your energy on why you are unworthy of wonderful, enriching experiences. When you connect to the saboteur archetype, you begin to recognize all the ways you pass up interesting opportunities and relationships which could make you grow, learn, evolve, and become fulfilled. The saboteur is terrified of change and guards your heart from that which is meaningful to you with the misguided belief that if you don't try, you can't fail. It forgets that if you don't escape from your comfort zone, you cannot succeed and experience the love and joy which would fulfill you, Sagittarius. Interesting. On the lighter side, the saboteur can help you connect to your intuition and help listen to your deeper wisdom. It can assist you in deciphering a potentially dangerous situation from an exciting one. Interesting. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Thanks if you made it this far in the video. I appreciate you. Can y'all hit the like button? That would be incredible. It helps this video gain traction on YouTube. Helps me connect with a wider audience, people who need to hear this message, want to hear this message. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell if you want us to find each other again on the interwebs of YouTube. What else? I think that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for joining me today. Sending you the best, Sag, and I will see you soon for more tarot.